Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if this is your first time, I'm Atiz. Welcome to my channel. Just go down there to subscribe to my channel, as you are going to be finding my video helpful and interesting. I share fashion and lifestyle related content. So guys, in today's episode we are learning about something interesting and elegant, as I'm going to be teaching you how to draft Queen Anne's neckline, as you can see right there. So before that, don't go anywhere. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my bust point, my under bust and my waistline. So I'm going to go ahead to measure my bust point, which is 9. So to get your bust point, you measure from your shoulder to your nipple. You are going to get your bust point. So my bust point is 9. My under bust is just 12.5. And my waistline is giving me 14.5. Then after that, I'm going to rule this. Then after ruling it, as you can see right here, you will go ahead to label it. So this is my BP, which is my bust point. This is my under bust, which is my UB, and this is my waist line. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my shoulder. So right here, my shoulder is 8. So you go ahead to mark your shoulder, so divided by 2. So mine is giving me 8. Then after that, you will come here to mark your chest line. So to determine your chest line, you divide your bust into 6 plus 1.5 plus another 1 inch. So mine is just 8. Then after that, you come down here to mark 1.5 down. So then you connect this line to, you connect your 1.5 to your chest line. Then after this, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to measure my bust. So my bust is 34 divided by 4 is giving me 8.5. Then I will come here to mark 8.5. Then I'm going to be adding just half inches for my because I'm going to be adding an arm. So if yours is armless, you don't need to add any half inches. So I'm going to be adding just half inches. So right now, after I'm done adding half inches, I will go here, down here, to rule this as my chest line, which is CL. Then after that, you come up from here, you come up by 3 inches. After coming up by 3 inches, you come here to determine your neckline. So my neckline is just 3. You can use 2.5, you can use 3.5. It depends on what you want. Then after that, I'm going to be slanting this from here to here. Then after that, I'm going to come in from these 3 inches that I marked before. You know, I marked 3 inches up. Then after that, I'm going to come in by 0.7 inches. Then after coming in by 0.7 inches, I'm going to go ahead to use my cuff ruler to rule this, to draft out my armhole. So the next thing I'm going to do is to determine my dart. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. Then to my waistline, I'm going to mark 4 inches. And I'm going to come here as well to my bust point to mark 4 inches. Then I'm going to connect these points together. Then after that, I'm going to come here to divide my shoulder into 2. So my shoulder divided by 2. Then I'm going to mark this. Then after that, I'm going to connect these points together. The next thing I'm going to do is to come down here by 7 inches from my shoulder. So it depends on what you want. You can as well come down by 6 or come down by 8. It depends on how you want your neckline to be open. So I want mine to be a little bit open, so I'm coming down by 7 inches. Then after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to determine my chest line with a gap. So I'm going to go ahead to determine my chest line with a gap, just to know where my chest line is facing. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead to use my cuff ruler to mark this like this, or I'm going to use my free hand. So right now I'm done using my free hand to make a cuff right here. So you go ahead to use your cuff ruler to make a cuff right here. You just make a cuff right here with your cuff ruler, but me, I use my free hand. So right now my bust is 34. What I'm going to be doing is to come in here by 1 inch. Then I'm going to come out by 1 inch here. Then after that, I'm going to be connecting it to my bust point, as you can see right here. Then after that, I'm going to come here to determine my dart as well here. So for a bust over 40, you can use 3 inches. So you divide it, you can use 1.5 in, 1.5 out. But for a bust below 36, I'm just going to be using 2 inches, which is 1 inches in, 1 inches out. But for a bust like 36, you can use just 2.5, which is maybe 1 inches here and 1.5 inches here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But mine is just 34. I'm going to be using 1 inches in and 1 inches out. Then here as well, I'm going to come here to mark 1 inches in and 1 inches out. After that, I'm going to go ahead to connect this point together. So you make sure that you use your cuff ruler right here. So I'm going to connect this point together, connect this as well together. Then I'm going to use, you just use your cuff ruler to blend it, but now I'm using my free hand to blend this side. Then as you can see that we are getting there. This is really beautiful right now. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to impute all my round measurements, all my measurements. So now, since my bust is 8.5, then after marking 8.5 right here, I'm going to come here to measure what is here. So what is here is just 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead to mark my 1 inch back, apart from the 1 inches which I added at the initial stage, which is going to be serving as my shoulder allowance. So I'm adding my 1 inch back. Then for my underbust is just 26. So 26 divided by 4 is going to give me 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead to mark my 6.5. So this is my 6.5 right here. Then after that, I'm going to come here to mark what is here. So this just 1.5 inch. Then I'm going to go ahead to add my 1.5 inch back. Then after that, I'm going to come to my waistline. So my waistline is 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. Then I come here to mark 6. Then I will go ahead to measure this as well, which is 2 inches. Then I'm going to add my 2 inches back. Then I'm going to be connecting these points together. So after marking this out, the next thing you are going to do is to connect from your neckline to this side, which is going to be serving as the Queen Anne neckline, as you can see right there. So you connect this from this neckline to this place. Then as you can see that from here, you mark from here, you measure from what is here to here, which is this 3 inches, and from here to here this 2.5. So when you want to hold it, it is going to be giving you issue, as it is not equal. So what you are going to do is to add this, make sure that this and this is equal. This is 3, then you make sure that this is 3 as well. Then you will blend it, you blend this together. So after blending, you are going to be cutting. Wow, this is so beautiful. So as you can see that this is already forming what is right there. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark or measure the back. Guys, for the back pattern, it's just like the normal back. What I did, I already drafted it out. I'm just going to be doing the explanation. So I measured my 2 inches for the zipper, then I mark out my shoulder, which is 8. Then I come up from here, which is 3. Then I come in from here, which is 0.7. Then after that, I draft out my armhole. Then you come here to measure your normal bust circumference, which is your chest line. You just mark it out. You know my chest line was 8.5. Then I mark it out. Then I added 1 inches. Then after that, here I come down here to mark 4 for my darts. Then I come here to mark 4. Then I just did 0.7 inches in here, 0.7 inches in here. Then I connect the line together. Then from here, this is my zipper, but here for the zipper, I come here in to mark 0.7 inches. Then I connect the line to this place. If you want a well-defined zipper, this is what you are going to do. Then from here to here, I mark out 1.5 inches. Then I ruled it here. So from here to here is 3 inches, which is my neckline. And as well, this is my waistline. I go ahead to measure my normal waistline. Then I added my 0.7 inches here. Then I added this back. That's how I got the back pattern. Wow, this is so beautiful. So that's the back and that's the front pattern. So when you want to cut it, you place it on your fabric and you go ahead to measure to add your allowance. You add as much as allowance you want. You can add 2 inches allowance. So you add all your allowance, then you go ahead to cut it out for both your back and your front pattern. So guys, remember to subscribe to my channel, remember to like, and remember to share to people. Have a nice day.